I'm Mullone.
My name's Janet Bradford.
I'm Jane Taylor.
We've just been putting our signs up. Janet Bradford for Newton Abbot South, myself for Newton Abbot North, Jane Taylor for Ipplepen and the Kerswells.
To be perfectly frank, I'm not a politician, I'm just an ordinary person. I didn't really want to be a politician. But what I've identified, now that I've retired from policing after 30 years, is what is happening to Devon.
Here's this year's county election for this area. This is us, civilised and adapted, fully evolved, and this is the other candidates, Conservatives here, knuckle dragging. You probably recognise a couple of the Lib Dems. They think they're advanced because they've made they've made throwing tools, but that's as far as they've got. Throwing tools in Gladstone, that's where they're at. We're just trying not to be too disparaging, trying to give them a chance.
Transmissions will resume to try to push drugs, keep us all dumbed down, and hope that we will never see the truth around. Another pause, another scene, another a package not to keep us trapped in greed, with all the green belts wrapped around our minds and endless red tape to keep the truth confined.
It's a huge boon for estate agents, it's a huge boon for developers, they're all rubbing their hands. But for ordinary people, they're thinking about, well, what's going to happen to the place we love and how is it going to change?
Why are we tearing up green fields and the countryside and killing our wildlife when we should be regenerating the centre of Newton Abbot? The District Council wants to gut it, and we're going to try and do everything we can to save this theatre.
On Warmer Street, where the air quality is nowhere even close to the minimum acceptable European standard.
Heavy lorries go by all the time.
And the mismanagement of our beautiful green fields by Teignbridge and the County Council.
Here we are just in front of a perfectly ordinary field off Magazine Lane in Newton Abbot. This field was bought in 2010 by the Lib Dem executive under Alan Connett. Why they paid $100,000 for it, way over market rates, they won't tell us. Why they sold it back to the farmer when it's going to be part of NA3, they won't tell us. But we know that they did it with your money, and we know that it's tantamount to a sweetener. They say, how dare you, that's untrue. So we have said, well then show us all the emails between yourselves and the farmer, which we are legally entitled to see. They won't show us until they can tell us why they bought this field and convince us that the whole building project around here was not totally predetermined before anyone had a chance to object. Then by all means show us the evidence that disproves this, because it's the most obvious explanation. If you value the place you live and you know how special it is, send a message to the Conservatives and the Lib Dems. Myself in Newton Abbot North, Janet in Newton Abbot South, Jane in Ipplepen and the Kerswells. Vote for us, send a message that you can't just take people for granted.